Hi, everybody. Okay, so the title totally tells you where I am. I told you I was in a roller coaster. Okay, so the soap opera that made me sad and almost ugly cry, I was this close, was Bold. And for a reference point, here are my tissues, all ready to go. And I almost needed them today. I think what's going to break me totally is when Liam reveals to Bill his prognosis. Okay, so, but we're not there yet. Okay. So remember I told you we left off with Steffi telling Hope Liam's prognosis. And I, like a dummy, thought they were going to focus on Liam finding that out and being pissed off at Steffi for telling her his business. That didn't happen because Liam, sweet Liam, is in this fantasy world where everything is good. He's not sick, he's not dying, and he wants to be there. And he doesn't want to tell anybody what's going on. And I feel like for once, um, Finn is kind of my voice because he said, but you have to let people in so they can feel what you're feeling. You can't let people out. Like, you can't not tell people and then manage how they feel after. That's not how it works. And I'm like, yes. And then he was like, well, is there anybody you can tell? I mean, I understand you don't want to tell your children, but why don't you tell your dad? So he said, I think he's at El Jardino's. Um, but he texts his dad, Dad, I really love to see you, you know. And he says, of course, I'm on my way. Then they cut to um, where, or this was before. Um, they had they had two stories actually today, which I understand the one story, but the one story was totally misplaced, and the one I'm talking about is Luna. Okay, there was one lovely scene with Luna and uh hold on, Sheila, Luna and Sheila. Okay, remember they're grandmother granddaughter. So Luna's going on about how she doesn't like the fact that Steffi's not going to let Finn in her life because he's still her father and she deserves a relationship with him and yada 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 yada. So then she decides she's going to go over to Finn's house and to see her dad. Okay, so this girl has no idea what is going on whatsoever, what Finn is going through, what Finn is trying to deal with, the fact that Liam, his patient ish, whatever, is dying and has all this stuff to go through that has nothing to do with her. And she's all about, well, I know you're busy with your own life and your own stuff, but I'm still your daughter. And I'm like, girl, you have not a clue. Not a clue. And I was on your fan thing. But man, I mean, at least you could start with, "Hi, Dad. How are you? Am I bothering? Am I interrupting anything?" No, it's all about me. I was like, really? Whoa. Okay. So then we cut to, because they can't stay on a story forever because they only have so many minutes. So then they cut to Steffi continuing to tell Hope that Liam is dying. And Hope comes to the realization, like I would, probably, because the other day she was in total shock. The words came out of Steffi's mouth, and Hope's reaction is, what? Huh? Like confusion and shock all in one. And then, she's like, no, it can't be real. Like, where you don't want to believe something that moment, you know? And then she says, Steffi says, I wish it wasn't true, but it is. And and then Hope comes to the realization and she breaks. And I swear, at that moment, I almost broke. Like a tear went down my face, and I started getting like slightly weepy, but not there yet. Because, like I said, I'm waiting for the interaction between Liam and Bill only because the last interaction that Liam and Bill had was not a pleasant ending. Okay? So I want to see if everything is forgiven and how Bill takes news that his son is dying from something inoperable and see how he deals with that. All that information, I'm going to see how it's taken. So that's where I am. But I swear, you can kind of hear it in my voice. I was kind of weepy for a minute, man. And I have my tissues on the ready. So, all right. Bye, guys.